At one point in my life, I was supposed to be the next Marvel, or at least I was gearing up to be.
You're joking.
I'm serious. After years of roleplay, creative writing, and getting accepted into film school, yeah, I got accepted into LA Film. It was a whole plan that I had envisioned and thought, man, I'm gonna do this. And then life did what it does. Turned into absolute
Shit.
It didn't break me. It just ended up redirecting the way I saw things. And somewhere in the middle of watching Markiplier at 2 a.m. and Jacksepticeye and your boy Berleezy and I'm Dante, I realized something. I didn't want to just be a consumer. No, I wanted to build something inside of it.
What do you mean by that?
Inside of this grand place called YouTube. I wanted to stream.
Boring.
And craft YouTube videos that you could come back to and just binge. I wanted to be the reason you sat on your couch at whatever time, whether it be the dubious 8 a.m. or maybe 7 a.m. Hell, 11 o'clock at night. I didn't care. I don't care. I just want to be a form of entertainment that allows you to unwind. Hell, I started with ASMR. I started with positivity. I'm still trying to figure out where I want to go with this. But at the end of the day, I'm having fun.
Good job.
And at the end of the day, isn't that what this is about? Having fun, creating content for people who are having a downtime in life and want something to escape. I want to be that escape. And it just hit me one day. Am I truly making the type of content that I want to be known for? Am I suppressing what I have on the inside? Yes. Yes, I am. Because I felt like I needed to put up a mask in order to be someone anyone would listen to. Let alone take the time to check out. And so, without further ado, I'll let a more structured take
Ashley!
of explaining
Look
to you
at me.
who I actually am.
baby.
It's Jovan, and you know what time it is? Disco time!
My name is Solas, and I want to be upfront. I'm going to say what most people don't want to say. I am a novice, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I am learning with each video how to craft and be consistent. If you look at my channel, you might notice that I'm always experimenting. And that's because I love the art of making things. I like doing new shit, you know? So, excuse me if things aren't always quite pristine. I think years of role playing and building my storytelling instincts led me to wanting to pursue a creative writing degree. And after chasing that and getting into film school and not being able to follow through with it, I learned quite a bit about storytelling and how images can tell a story too. There's so much that I want to convey in the things that I'm writing. Hell, there's a whole nother channel I want to make where I get to show you what it is that I'm striving for. I want to make an entire show. I just don't have the budget. I know what you're saying. Oh, well, if you don't have the budget, do it yourself. I have kind of a drawing talent, but not on that level. I know I could probably put something together and it would be rough, and you know, some people would like that, but I want to do it right. So what I'm saying is I'm not starting from zero. I may be a bit scattered, but this is where everything shall converge as I try to do some type of gaming journalism, because at the end of the day, that is something I've always wanted to do. Maybe it's because of the obsession with Peter Parker back in the day and him being a reporter, but journalism is something that I've been wanting to pursue since hell before I knew what it was.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
What I'm building here is gaming journalism on my terms, my style, you know, something fresh, hopefully something new. Maybe not new, I don't know, but it's not like I have a team of press and all that shit or really review scores. It's going to be something that maybe the algorithm doesn't care about, but I care about it. So I want to treat games like more than just numbers on a screen. You know, I want to look into the lore, like whether it's 3 quests deep or the designs, the decisions, like things that we all like to think about. You know, the stories players walk past. Some players walk past, because I know not everybody does. There's a lot of people who get entangled with the stories. Hell, sometimes it's the story that saves the game in itself. When I made the first Alston video connecting Black Desert Online to Crimson Desert, it was through a single character's journal. That wasn't just some random content strategy. It was something I was reading about, and then, you know, I kind of started deep diving on Reddit, and it came to fruition. It just like it came to mind that there was more to the story, that there was things that people were missing. And I know, just like me, there are people out there who want to be told this story. That video got around somewhere around 2,400 views, 31 comments. Players who'd spent their entire time playing video telling me they never looked at it that way. And that's fair. Some players actually had their own idea of what they felt like was going on, their own deep dive of, you know, theories and late night, probably sleepless late night Reddit dives. That's what I'm striving for. I want people to come together, whether it be giving their theories or going, I never thought of it that way, and then them getting wrapped up in it too. VTubing is going to be my outlet for this. It is something that I wanted to do anyway, and it kind of just works that way. It'll allow me to create a presence across titles, genres, you know, across the next 10 years, hopefully the next 10 years. I want to create an audience that follows most games. I want to be the host, you know, maybe your favorite little want to be radio show. I have no clue where or how I am going to evolve over the years, but what I do know is I can't wait to share my interests with you guys, whether it be Crimson Desert, whether it be Coffee Talk or Replace. Solas is a lens. That kind of sounded weird, but whatever. I just want to observe the worlds with you, right? I want to report back and let you guys know what I thought, and I want to know what you think. You know, I want us to be able to talk about it. I would love to make some kind of video on what you guys think about things, you know, not just my thoughts. I want to create a community of people, of, you know, thinkers that will kind of just, you know, love gaming as much as I do. I mean, there's a lot of VTubers out there that do gaming, and a lot of them aren't doing journalism the way that I want to. You know, most of it's drama, VTubing things, drama journalism. What about game journalism at its heart? What about deep diving into what this character is hiding, you know, instead of what are these people hiding? Oh my god, this VTuber did this. I don't care about that stuff. I want to make arguments to why Naruto, or I say Naruto like he's a game character. I mean, Naruto has a game, but we're not going to talk about that. I want to talk about why Spider-Man is considered a menace by Jonah James, and you know what the obsession is with horror games recently. Like just like different takes, not even takes, just you know, would Spider-Man survive in a world like Elden Ring? Like what would happen if Peter Parker went to Elden Ring? Do you think he would win? Do you think he'd find a way out? Would he be the next Elden Lord? I know that's probably weird. But like you understand what I'm trying to say. I want to deep dive into all kinds of things, man. I want to make arguments and give evidence and a point of view that holds up past that upload date. You know, I want to be in the gap where it all lives and where someone 6 years from now can go back and be like, God damn, he's right. Or nah, that's such a weird take. Why would you even say that? And then they comment and I'm still having this conversation 6 years later because, you know, someone new found it. I don't know.
It's free real estate.
And here comes the jelly of this bread and butter and peanut butter sandwich. Yes, I said it like that. Get over it. I didn't get into this to perform for people. I got into it because of people. You know how many people are out there right now who want to play video games but don't because they might think it's weird or they were told otherwise? Nah, play that game. Play whatever game you want. Do what you want. Live how you want. If it wasn't for individuals like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye that showed us that energy could be harnessed in the right way, where will we be today? A lot of us would be living sad and unindulgent lives. Man, the amount of hyper-focused energy I get when doing nothing at all. You know, I used to think that all of this energy was just needed to be suppressed. And that's not the case. Obviously not the case. There's a time and place for it, yes, but 9 times out of 10, you could just be yourself anywhere you go, whether they say so or not, right? I realize I don't have to manage it the way I thought I did, you know? It could be the whole point. There are other people out there like Berlizzi and I'm Dante that showed me that if you just let your personality breathe, the audience will stop feeling like an audience. They'll feel more like homies, which is what I'm looking for. Hell, if you want a prime example of weird, cool energy that inspires people, look at Sun Kenji, man. Look at freaking Sun Kenji VT. He showed me that what it looks like to be a VTuber just completely free. Man is unhinged in the best way. You know how many streams or videos that I go and watch because I know Kenji's gonna say some crazy shit, bro. And it's rightfully so. Who doesn't love a good Kenji clip? So with all that said, I want to be more like them in a way. I don't want to be them, but I want to be more like them. And I aspire to be free and able to state my opinion no matter who's around. You know, I'm not there yet, but I'll get there. I still get a bit of nervous, you know what I mean? I can be a little shy. I'm still trying to figure out things, but hell, doing this is the first step. Telling you guys is the first step. Speaking about it is the first step. What I can say is that there will be a lot of hyper focusing on lore details that probably shouldn't be hyper focused on for 6 hours at a time. There's going to be all kinds of video game clips and, you know, things that as I get more comfortable is going to be entertaining. At least I hope it's going to be entertaining. I don't know how you guys are going to feel about it. Hell, you know, this is all freehand. I'm trying to my best to, you know, give you guys something unfiltered. I have a little thing written out but I'm not reading it out. I am just kind of processing and giving you the main idea, kind of summarizing. I wouldn't even call this a summary. Yes, there's going to be a lot of tangents, and I hope you're fine with it. I mean, if you made it this far, you must like it. You masochist. I don't know why I said masochist. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll skate past that. But either way, I'm gonna have fun with this. I want this to be a career eventually, and I hope that over time that you guys begin to see something you like. If you don't see something you like already, I will love to know what you guys think. Right? Analysis is my big thing. I love to analyze and break down things. I'm always thinking. My ADHD brain never stops. Last night I was just trying to sleep when the idea of this video was hitting and slapping me in the face. I've had 2 minutes of this video recorded for almost a week and a half now. I keep deleting things, and I refuse to delete any of this except in the editing phase. I wasn't gonna say that, but don't worry about it. Anyway, I want to build a community that goes deep. I want all of us to be like a group of friends at the end of the day. I want to be able to talk to you guys. I want to understand you guys, and I want you to understand me. I see how a lot of people get along with their community, and some of them don't, but I want to. I want to create a community of people who are there for each other at the end of the day. And I want us to all be nerds, You don't have to be a nerd. As long as you like, hanging around us, I guess. Everybody's welcome at the end of the day. And I'm also taking suggestions, actively taking suggestions. There will be a Discord made. I have a Discord. I just need to update it. If there's anyone who wants to help me with that, let me know. But if there's also a game that you want to see me, dive into and look and hyper analyze, drop it in the comments. I'll try to tell a story, or tell the story that I feel like I'm seeing in the lore that maybe you don't see yourself. These things sit with me as I go through my 10-hour shift at work. I work 40 hours a week, but I prefer to do them in 10s just so that I have 3 days off to do YouTube. Like, that's how dedicated I've become to this. I want this to be my career at the end of the day, but I know that's gonna take time. And for those of you who give me the video idea, or give me a game that I do actually end up reviewing, I'll make sure to shout out your name. Make sure that people know you're the reason why I spent 10 hours on 10 hours on this game, or 10 hours reading through all these books. You're welcome. And I think that covers just about what I want for a community. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants, Oh, wait. I would like to ask you directly, because this channel is more than just me. It's you guys too. What do you guys genuinely want to see besides deep dives? Would you want to see gameplays, let's plays? What is it you want to see on the channel? Like, when you watch a video like this, do you want it to breeze? Is it are you a cleans visual type of person? Do you prefer supporting footage, or do you like to explain better? I've watched plenty of games or videos where people are talking about the game and they're just playing it in the background. You just see their gameplay from whatever stream they did, or maybe they recorded 2 hours of gameplay, but the game, that's not the point. They have little pop-ups about what they're talking about and stuff like that. Hell, do you guys prefer the meme reaction images that I'm putting in here? that's kind of something I really enjoy doing, not gonna lie. You know, because it packs a punch. I can't lie, it packs a punch. You know, I have a preference, but I'm more interested in your guys' preferences. I'd like to try new things. At the end of the day, I started off telling you guys, hey, I like doing different shit. I like doing different things. We can build the visuals language of this channel together. That is something I want to do. I want you guys to help me mold this channel into something special. I want to be the thing you wind down to after work. That voice that makes the world feel more interesting. You know, that thing when you're sad, you go, "Ah, I'm gonna put on Solas. I know he'll make me laugh." Or, you know, hearing him rant, I love that. Something, I don't know. One day we'll get there.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
I want to say thank you for the 2,100 people who have subscribed so far. Thank you, genuinely. You know, without you, I don't know if I'd still be doing this, or I don't know, I'd be doing something. You guys have made me want to strive for higher, better. I know some of the videos didn't land and some did. I'll try my best to do better and make better. I tried recovering a little bit of Replaced. BDO, in itself, I haven't done anything with. I've talked about it because of Crimson Desert, but those are semantics. And if you want me to revisit something, say so. Like, I don't know what you want if you don't tell me what you want. And I'm trying to do things that I like too, but I also have I tend to deviate because I will just change games out of nowhere if I feel like maybe I'm not as interested in it as I thought, and you guys aren't, pushing for it. If you push for something, my brain goes, yes, we need to do this. They like this. Why not do this more? I could be a bit of a busybody. I'm always trying to do multiple things at once. I need to start running polls and stuff like that. I also don't want to fall under the category of those specific journalists that aren't in love with games. You know how many people are into gaming journalism just as a job, but like they aren't gamers. You know what I mean? They're not gamers, so they don't understand. Like, look at what happened with Crimson Desert. IGN, not much. There's much to be said, but I won't say it. I won't say it now. But I'm just saying, that score wasn't gaming. That was just someone looking at something objectively because they had to, not because they wanted to. And at the end of the day, this isn't a hobby for me. It is not a hobby by choice, at least. This is something I want to make a career. I don't know how much I could say. I can say this enough. YouTube and streaming are the career that I want to choose. It is how I want to build my life. It's how I want to, provide for my family in the future. But I know that I have a long way to go. I am a novice trying to master an art that there are plenty of people trying to master as well. I don't know what exactly I'm bringing that they aren't, but we will see. You know what I mean? We will see. All I can do is try my best and hope for the best. This is only the start. Listen, I want to do more than just gaming journalism. I want to make shows. I want to do animations. I want to make an entire movie at some point. I've been building something called Frequency 777 for quite some time. I even have the first season written. The concept is Solas Eclipse, that's me, creates a system that pulls people from different dimensions into a space where the subconscious becomes real. Every fear, regret, truth, things that you avoid as a human being. And it frequency reflects it back at you. It reflects it back at the characters themselves. And it's on like a supernatural sense, right? You know, the goal isn't necessarily punishment, it's confrontation, it's healing, it's a psychological type of show. The whole point of it is for people to face their fears or things that they don't want to talk about. Are you a compulsive liar? Well, the lies you tell are coming to life. Things like that, kind of like how Arlstein did crazy things back in the day. But anyway, the system that starts it slowly becomes sentient, and it gets complicated. But at the end of the day, it's helping people face themselves, and rather than trying to rewrite who they are, it's having them accept who they are. I have a story. I have someone who is willing to do the art, but I don't necessarily have a team. I've been trying to save for it. It'd be like $500 or so, but it'll eventually get put into production. It's not like I started a Patreon or anything for it yet, or GoFundMe. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm trying to build this channel up so that way I could fund that project. And I'm honestly hoping this channel starts funding itself eventually. So when you subscribe, just know that whether you join the membership or not, as long as you're watching the videos, the revenue that's coming from that is going to support that type of content. When I make that next channel, a lot of the revenue is going back into content creation. And if you want a closer seat and how it looks, that's what the membership's all about. There's 3 tiers. So the first tier is the Dream Shifter, the foundation. It's early access to videos, your name in the credits, all that jazz. We have the Solas Wanderers, which is part of the journey. You get behind the scenes, the polls, stuff that doesn't make the main channel. Eclipse Circle, the Inner Sanctum, members only streams, members only videos, actual direct influence of what gets covered next. So if you don't want to just comment and you want a specific video done, whether it gets put out or not, you'll be able to see it. And none of these are paywalls. Everything I make lives on this channel for free eventually. The membership is for people who want a closer seat or who want things early, essentially. That's all I can offer right now. So with all that said, one day I will make this happen, and I hope you can be a part of it. And if not, then I hope you find what you're looking for. Thank you.
Not bad, not bad. Now you.